No, I've called before. I've called a lot of times. It's been a while since I got on it. But, one thing I talked to you about is about my father. My father, he's got all the receipts. He's not playing. My father is not a black 1%, but he's a black 0.5. He's up there. And I talked to you about how, my father has given me a $600 monthly allowance for close to 12 years now. My father was in the military for most of my life, and for the other half, he was for most of my life, he was in the military, and, last quarter or so, he's still working for the federal government. So, my father didn't make that money from business, business, and, I don't want you to misunderstand me when I ask this question. I'm not one of these people calling up here to give some dumb idea about some scheme that ain't working for nobody. But much like the brother was talking about, the brother at the barbershop, my father, he just did his financial assessment this past week, and so he showed me and my sister the receipt. So we know his debt, we know what's liquid, we know what's a little bit that's in his, he had a little portfolio. He got a lot of it in his home. But I would say, as a person, and trust me, I don't think I'm rich. Don't get me wrong. My father, he's telling us that he's gonna leave this for us. But I understand one thing my father does not have, that's social capital. So, I graduated in college in 2010. I've never had a full-time job. I'm working a seasonal job right now. So, trust me, I'm not thinking that, I got it made. But
I understand.
For the ones of us who are doing good and who don't want to play around because here's the thing, I don't know nobody in my situation. I don't know no black people in my. We don't have no
$600 a month allowance, brother. Me neither.
Say that again.
I said $600 a month allowance. Me either. But I do know one person who got $50,000 from their parent, ADOS person, when they graduated college, and they got it, and their brother got it. So they got $100,000 together, $50,000 piece. ADOS person. I know a person like that. That's all I know. But go on, fam.
Well, and I can say last year my father bought me a car, $17,000 cash. I was there when he did it. So, I'm not saying I don't have, extraordinary things. And because of y'all, I understand it's extraordinary for black people. So I ain't going around here telling black people what they need to do to get like me. But I would say, for somebody in my situation who doesn't want to be a subscriber, who doesn't have all these aspirations to leave black people on, what should we do? Because since we do have resources, at least a little bit of liquid cash. Again, I know I ain't white, so trust me, I ain't tripping like that. What do you think we should do in this fight? Besides what everybody else is doing, besides what we doing already.
I think the most important thing that you can do is be honest. I think the most, the worst thing that people in your position have done is lie. A lot of y'all, not you, you're being very honest, and I commend you on it. But a lot of people in your position have lied like dogs. They have basically done something which is, I think, awful. They have basically gone around and told other people who did not come from that you should just do better and work harder and be like me. And they go around white people and pretend like what their life is normal for most ADOS people, right? So they lie to us, and then they go and lie to white people. So I think what you have to do as a person in your situation, you have to be honest. You have to be honest to everybody. Listen, your life was worse than mine. I get $600 a month. You never got that because of you had X, Y, Z circumstance. And when you talk to white people, listen, what's happening to me is not normal. And it happened because my daddy he didn't have a business. This is what my daddy did. You have to understand that most ADOS people are not like me, and it's not because of anything that they did. Our wealth is regionalized through homes, so they don't know. And so, they don't know about the bubbles in Los Angeles, Maryland. We talked about Georgia where stuff doesn't accrue. I think what people in your position have to do when they get around people, whether they be ADOS people, whether it be fam, or whether it be white people, y'all got to be honest. The best thing you can do for your group is be honest in every circumstance. Don't let white people think, oh, that's so great, you have inheritance and you're doing great, because what they're going to take that to believe is the rest of black people are doing something wrong. The rest of ADOS community must be doing something wrong because you're doing okay. And you can't use that to bludgeon other ADOS people either. Well, I did all right, and if you would just pull your pants up or whatever, you just got to be honest. I think the most important, and vocally, I think the most important thing somebody can do in your situation is be honest about your situation.
Right, and I'll close with this. You know, I still see the other side because, like I told you, you know, one of the calls I actually got through, and you know, I had a time to where me and my dad were kind of like fighting, and I wasn't, you know, we weren't talking, we weren't dealing with each other at all. So I was out here trying to do it on my own. I know how hard it is, and you know, just to relate to, you know, what he did. That's impossible. That's not even as possible as it used to be. You know, I got into the military in 2006. My little brother got into the military 2008. My little sister, she just graduated college. She can barely even get a meeting with the Coast Guard because, again, y'all talk about it all the time with the hoarding of the wealth. They're doing it in so many different facets of life to where they are closing these gaps that black people have been, ADOS people have been able to use, you know, to move forward. But I'm definitely going to take what you said and really take that to heart. You know, I've always wanted to ask that, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem, fam. I appreciate you.